I'm here to talk to you tonight, and you're going to listen.
What's the name of the album?
We have a new record coming out. It's called Document. It's coming out August 31st. And I'm going to talk about it tonight, as well as talking about the videos that we're shooting, the tour that we're going on, and some of the stuff that we've done in the very recent past. There are 11 songs on the album, 10 of which we wrote, 1 of which we didn't write. And I did the cover with the help of Ron Scarcelli. And a couple of friends of mine who took photographs of WPA-era murals. We can talk about it, you know. We're doing 3 videos. Robert Longo is a New York artist. He came down to do the first video, The One I Love. Jim Herbert, a local artist here in Georgia, is doing the second video, and I'm doing the third one, The Triumvirate. I like using film. I like the visual. I'm very visually oriented, and so, you know, to me, especially this album, the reason it's called Document is it's kind of a shortening of the word documentary, which is a reference to film. I think it's a very filmic album. I had the opportunity to work with these people, and I thought I'd jump at it.
Why film, not to just answer that? Why not lip sync?
The first video that we ever made, which thankfully is not on the video compilation, I agreed to lip sync, which is where you're very familiar with it, I'm sure. It's where they play a song and you stand there and pretend like you're singing and your mouth moves and you put a lot of emotion into it, and I couldn't hack that. The closest I guess I ever came was probably on the video to South Central Rain, but I was actually singing that at that time.
A near brush with it.
A near brush with lip syncing. It was terrifying.
Who are your favorite filmmakers?
I don't have any.
Okay.
The guy who did Vernon, Texas, Vernon, Florida, and Pet Sematary. If you were to say that videos are not commercials, you would be lying to yourself. If you were to say that this is not a commercial, then you'd be lying to yourself. You know, every aspect of this has to do with having something and wanting to get it across to people. And in most cases, they're going to pay money for it, or they're going to barter with you for it. I think that the other band members and myself didn't like that aspect of videos. Still carry a lot of aggression towards it, but I've always looked at it as a way of being able to get across the more visual part of R.E.M. And you know, if you can make a video without compromising yourself, without giving in to the look that people want, they may never play it on TV, but you've made it and it's there. I don't think that R.E.M. will ever make a live video, a live album. You know, it's kind of the kind of excitement factor that's there when we perform, for me anyway. I don't think I would want to ever walk into a movie theater and see, or I certainly don't think I'd want to plop down a record album and hear a live performance by the band. I'm not saying it won't ever happen, but I don't see it right now. The tour is called the Work Tour, because the album is pretty much about, I guess it's kind of been tied in with the work ethic, which, if you think of the American work ethic, it can be a very ugly thing, but a lot of the songs deal with misunderstanding of work as kind of a replacement for feeling or a repression of feeling. So this is kind of a rebuttal to that and an alteration on it. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll walk off. The new record is co-produced between with R.E.M. and Scott Litt, who's a producer engineer from New York. We first met Scott last year when we had to go into a studio in Atlanta and record a song, one of our older songs, to be on some, it's a soundtrack. It's going to be on a soundtrack for a religious movie, something that's coming out this fall. And we liked him a lot. We got along really well with him and decided that with Scott we would be able to do a co-production on our record. And I'm really happy with the results. I think that it's pretty monumental.
Okay.
Damn.
We're going to Nashville.
What's it called?
Sound Emporium.
That's right. Okay. We chose Nashville to record the record in because it was very close to home. We've never wanted very much to work in a larger city like New York or Minneapolis or Los Angeles. And we didn't know Nashville was so big when we went there, but it's a pretty big town. Peter went to Nashville to look at studios, and he picked Sound Emporium, I think because it looks like a Polynesian bar. But it's also a very, very good studio, and we got pretty much everything that we wanted out of it. And from there we went to Los Angeles to mix the record. Yeah, two of the songs that are on the record we worked up on our last tour. One of them was called The One I Love, which is the first single, and the first video is coming out around that song. And the other song is called Oddfellows Local 151, and that's the last. Those two kind of bookend all the new songs in between.
Okay.
The first single is called The One I Love. Can I have that? Thanks. And we did a video to it, even though most of the Peter and Mike and Bill don't much like videos, but I like film a lot, and it's kind of my way of honing my teeth with making videos for the band, and they're fun. Robert Longo. We put out a video cassette of all the videos that we've done so far, called R.E.M. Succumbs, and a lot of that stuff was shot by Jim Herbert, who I mentioned earlier. We kind of felt the need to package together all of the videos to release as a package because a lot of people had never seen them. They never played them on the national video channels. I would say that if there's a motto that that went along with film, that went along with recording music, that I've repeated to myself over and over again, it would be courage and clarity in thought and statement and intent and action.
And now eat those words.